What's happening, people? Doing something a little live for you guys tonight. See if we can get some viewers here. I'm going to go through some of the really cool products that I'm going to be using on this Thermaltake Invitational. Got my helpers over here, Mario and Luigi, giving me a hand. Oh, okay, they're just going to lay down on the job. I want to show you guys some of the cool Thermaltake products. And then also show you guys the hardware that we've been provided so far. And go from there. I am not going to be able to... I have this set up really weird, so I'm like backwards. I'm on this side of the camera. And I have it set up kind of up here. So I'm not going to be able to see if you guys comment anything unless I hit my computer screen and kind of glance behind me occasionally. Which maybe I'll do that. So I can chime in if you guys have any questions or anything. We're going to be going through some of the cool stuff that Thermaltake has provided us for this contest. Fittings, of course, which are pretty straightforward. Let me pull up my Facebook here and we'll get going. My Zoom going. Here we go. Turn my volume down. Alright, and let me come over there. Now some of these products you guys, I'm sure, have already seen. And I'm going to be working upside down, so please forgive me if it takes me a second to get my bearings. This, of course, is the Thermaltake W4 RGB CPU Waterblock. It's a new one from their Pacific line. The top of it, as you can see in the picture here, is this. It's not vinyl. It's I don't want to call it plastic, but it's not as thin as vinyl, and it just does have this thin two-phase glue on the back that can be peeled off of the water block if you want to do something custom, or just the whole thing would light up. If you take this black portion off, the whole thing will light up. So that's one option for this. It does come with the AMD upgrade kit. Make sure that I'm getting in the video here good. Okay, good. Comes with the AMD upgrade kit already included. Of course, all of your mounting hardware, which I have not looked at or even attempted to install, as I just received the motherboard. So I've been busy working on other stuff. And then it has your controller to control the way the colors change and things like that. Pretty cool block, nickel plated on the bottom, nice and shiny, nice and flat. That's about all I can really say about that. I haven't tested performance or anything yet. These are our standard, as you can see, Flex 2 fittings. I do have some Flex 2 here from Thermaltake. Now I'm going to be using this in the back side of the case. It's going to be a big drain that goes underneath the whole arcade system and comes out of the rear. So it actually fits on there really nicely. Looks like it's going to make a really nice seal. Pull that down. Of course, Flex compression fittings are just like rigid tube compression fittings. You put the fitting over the top, you put that on, screw it down, make your compression fitting. O-ring on the bottom. There is no O-ring on the inside here because the flexible tubing is flexible. So it simply fits over the little nipple here, and that's what holds everything tight together. So I have some of those that I'm going to be using the back of the Tower 900 for drain ports that I have coming out of the bottom of the cabinet that'll be accessible through the back And then of course I'm going to have these drains attached to them, which I did a little video on these already. They're really nice. You can see on and off there. There's a little slot to tell you where you're at. Off, on. On, of course, means open. Off, of course, means closed. Your fittings screw nicely. Any kind of G1/4 fitting will screw nicely, whether it's your flex tube, your rigid tube fittings, any G1/4 fitting will screw into either end. So these will go nicely into your loop, or you can just connect one side and leave the other side open as a drain, or however you might want to do it. If you need to put some extra tubing on this side to come out of, you know, whatever you need to do. This is really cool. It fits right in line with the rest of your tubing. It's a really nice option for a drain port. These are going to be the ones I'll be using all the time from now on. And then I have a fill port up here that I'm going to use that I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet, because I have a plan for like a piece of rigid tubing to come up and hey Jenky, what's up, bro? So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use this yet, but I might find a place to put this so I can get this, of course, again, over it. Oh, it just fits nicely on there, nice and snug. This is the, again, just some of the fittings. Stop plugs. Thermaltake has their new pressure relief plug. What's nice about this, you screw this onto any open port on your loop, say on the top of your reservoir to close it off, and it's got a little spacer in here that keeps the pressure out of your loop, so that excessive pressure doesn't build up. It's like a little, you know, pressure release in the top that allows pressure to relieve from the loop. Those are nice. There's some new things from Thermaltake. There's some new fittings that just came out, the M Pro. I don't have those. Hopefully I'll be playing around with those in the future. Some nice angle fittings. These are the old style 45-degree angle fittings. Just with the open, the open. So you can put any fitting into there with the TT logo on the back. These are their 90s that have, these are rigid compression for 16mm on one side. And then on the other side, it'll screw into any port that you need. They also have their other style 90s that have a compression fitting on both sides. So if you just want to use a piece of, or a fitting to make your 90-degree bend instead of bending your tubing, they have both styles really for whatever flexibility that you need. I'm actually going to do, in the middle of the build, I'm going to do a neat little thing like this where I have coming from the top of both of my reservoirs is going to come over here, come into the middle, and this is going to come all the way up through the top. So some neat little things I'm going to do with some fittings and stuff this time that I haven't ever really done before. And of course, this is the V-tubular 4T tubing. It's 1/2 inch inside diameter, 3/4 inch outside diameter. Does have a nice thick wall to the tubing. You can make tight bends with it without it really flattening out. All tubing flattens out a little bit, but you can make really nice bends with it. So I do like that. I do like all the new stuff that's coming out from Thermaltake. What else do we have here? These are nice. This is the Thermaltake Premium PCIe 3.0 Extender. What else is in this box? Oh yeah, some more fun stuff. All right, we're gonna give you guys a treat tonight. Let me get the rest of this stuff out of the way so I can continue and not be blocked up here. So, this is Thermaltake's PCIe riser. I chose a 300mm for this build because I'm going to it's not going to be going very far, but I needed a riser because I'm going to change the orientation of the graphics card. It's really nice. Comes in your anti-static bag. It's fully sealed all the way around. So of course, as I'm not prepared, we will need a scissor or knife to open that up. Here we go. Now what's cool about all this stuff is like it's all customizable, you know. Just because TT is making different products doesn't take away from the custom market at all. It's what you do with those products. This is really nice. It's super flexible. I mean, you can make a really tight bend with that if you needed to, many times over. It's separated into 5 pieces, which adds to that flexibility, so it's not one big cable you're trying to bend all at one time. Has your nice PCI locking tab on the back here, and then of course your slot that plugs into your motherboard is covered there to protect the end of the little circuit. Really nice extender, of course, has your nice TT premium logo, Thermaltake name. So that's awesome. We love that. And it works great. I haven't had any loss of, can't think of the word I'm looking for, frames per second for one, but I also have not had any loss from like lag or input lag or anything like that. So it's almost like just having the card plugged into the motherboard, except you can change the orientation and put it anywhere that you want to put it in your build. Next, as we can see that I brought into the picture here, magnetic LED strips. Okay. Now, I've used LED strips for a long time, and you know, you get your LED strip like this that's got your nice plug-in, and you know, I never use all of it. You know, you're waterproof or you're non-waterproof, doesn't really matter. It's two-phase tape backed. This two-phase tape never sticks, so if you want it to stick, you need to put 3M red liner on the back of that to get it to stick properly. These are magnetic backed. Now, I haven't used it yet, but I like the sound of that already. The one thing I would like to see, and I'll say this already, is I'd like to see a longer roll, kind of like what I just showed you, so that you can customize how you want it. These are able to be plugged into oh, come on, as I say that. So there's 3 LED strips in here. It looks like, I'll eat my words in a second here, because these are able to be plugged into each other. See what happens when you say something when you're not ready? Put your foot in your mouth. Alright, so they are able to be plugged into each other and make a longer strip. The only problem I'm going to say with that is this strip is roughly probably 3 feet. Let's see if we get some specifications on the back here. 80 by 60 by 20 millimeter. 80 millimeter. Somebody wants to do a millimeter to inch conversion. I'm going to say that they are roughly, you know, a little bit more than 1 foot strips, or roughly around 1 foot strips. So this is 3 feet. So if you were to put this in a normal standard mid-tower, it's only going to go up one side and down the other. So you would need 2 of these, I would say. 2 of these kits here in the box. 2 of these kits to fill out most standard case sizes. Even with that being said, I don't remember what the retail price is, but it does have here, this looks like it is sticky backed also. What's magnetic about it? Let's find out. Because I almost fall off my chair. My Thermaltake chair. Okay, so it is a magnetic strip. As you can see there, it sticks to our case. Okay, and let's do this properly, because I'm trying to hold all the magnets, or all the strips on with just one strip magnet. So you can see there it does hold on to. Let's wait and see if, there we go, yeah. It does hold on really nicely. It's not going to move around. If you had it going up the other side, the magnets from the other strips, they're all going to hold down really nice. You know, it doesn't really weigh anything, but that should be a really nice additive. Plus it has the adhesive back if you want to use that. It does have, do we have an extension cable? No extension cable. This is our controller here that has 3 4-pin fan header ports, and then our power on the back. So if we run it all together, of course, you'd plug one of these in, plug it into the controller, and you'd run them all the same. You could run these all individually. So you could run 3 strips individually from what it looks like here. Maybe not. Maybe it's just 3 ways to plug it in. You're probably going to control it all the same. But if you plug them all together, you only have to plug this in. I would like to see an extension cable so that you could plug a cable into one side of this and then plug it into the next to give yourself maybe a little bit of slack for going around a bend or something like that. Again, this is the first time that I've seen these, so your first run out. They look really nice. I haven't tested for brightness or anything like that yet. Of course, I'll be using them in the TT Arcade, so you'll get to see all of that. We do have a couple of these kits. I didn't realize they were as small as they are. As I put my foot in my mouth, I may need some more LEDs or a couple more kits. We'll have to see how that goes. But they look really nice. I like the magnetic option. Really cool options. Stay tuned even if you don't like all of this little gear that I'm showing you, because I got some cool big hardware to show you. These are our Thermaltake Pacific PR22-D5 pumps. I swear by these. It's got a silent kit built in. It's high quality POM on the tube. It's quiet. It's a D5. It's quality. The way it pushes the water through the loop, you can't beat it. Now there's a lot of other ones out there that I'm sure are just as same quality and everything like that. These are just really nice. I love it. So, of course, Thermaltake, thank you for providing all of these products for this project. And now let's get into these, because this is really cool. Got a little baggie there full of stuff. What's going on, Mike? All right, Tammy, we'll see you later. What do we have here? Oh, TT mod sleeve. TT mod sleeve, love the name. Cable extensions, and of course I grabbed the green pack, and I swear these things are so bright. I can only imagine that they would glow in the dark. Maybe I'll test something like that. It's a plastic sleeve. So it's a PET material. It's not paracord. It's not fabric. They are a straight cable. They're not a curved cable. So to make a curved bend, you're going to have it coming really nice out of your case and then have a little bit of slack in the back here because they're not a curved cable. But I'm okay with that. The price point's really nice on these. It comes with our 24 pin. Comes with an 8-pin EPS cable. It comes with a 6-pin PCIe, an 8-pin PCIe, a 6-pin PCIe, and an 8-pin PCIe. So enough to control 2 of our most modern graphics cards, and of course your motherboard. If you want something custom, of course you're going to get something custom, and you're not just going to go for an extension kit like this. But as an option, these are great. Now, these cable combs, I love these. I don't know what material they're made out of. They're not acrylic, I can tell you that, because acrylic doesn't flex like that. See that flex without breaking? Acrylic doesn't flex like that. So it's some kind of flexible plastic, which I really like, because so many times you're putting cable combs on, right? And you get two there. You get them all on, you go to snap them, you get about here, and it goes boom, and you snap the whole thing, crack it in half. So what's nice about this flexible is I haven't broken one of these yet. Okay, and I used to break these things like glue. It slides really nice along the cable, all the way from front to back, really nice. And I still haven't broken it. Now let's take it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still haven't broken it. And I wasn't being easy on that cable. These cable combs are awesome. The cables are really nice. Maybe in the option they would have a curved cable option, but there's so many motherboard orientations, so many 24-pin plugs, so many 8-pin plugs for the EPS connection for the CPU, that it would almost be impossible to make a simple set and vary for all of those different combinations. So I feel like the straight set is the way to go. And you simply have to, you know, put your 24-pin combs on, get them nice, get a nice curve coming out of the front side of your motherboard, and then deal with any slack that you might have in the back where nobody's going to see it. But you still get your really nice finished look in the front. You'll still get a nice look in the back. You know, depending on how your curve is, these will work. Depending on how you're going to do it, they're an awesome set at an awesome price. Not going to complain about it. They come in, and it tells you right on the box everything that's included. All your cable combs. There's 12 8-pin cable combs, 8 6-pin, 4 24-pin. So that pretty much covers everything that you need. They are available in black and red, black and green, black and blue, black and orange. There's also a multicolored kit that I saw while I was at CES, but I don't see that on here yet. The other nice thing about it is, if you want to customize these, right, like our 8-pin here for our PCIe connector, it's got the 2 green on the outside and the 2 black on the inside. I'd actually like that the other way around, with the 2 black on the outside and the 2 green on the inside. So, let's take this. I've never done this before. Never done this before. So let's see how this is going to work. This is a special pin removal tool that I have. No, you can't buy them anywhere unless you go to my website. Let's pop it. Look at that. Wire pops out nice and perfect. Now a lot of that goes thanks to this tool. So you can very easily remove these and just repin them and make the colors be however you want. You could buy multiple sets. You could have a, you know, an orange and blue set, green and red. You could mix those color combinations together and really make a fully custom set for, you know, under $100. These things, I don't know, are maybe $60 or $80. Don't quote me on that, but go look up the price. They're a great price. So, like I said, customization is all in the eye of the person working with the product. Take it one step further, remove some pins. Your extensions are simple. When you wrap them like this and plug them into each other, all the wires have to line up. So just unpin all your cables. They all look to be about the same length. Repin all your cables, whatever color combination you want to make. TT Mod Sleeve. Go check it out on the new ttpremium.com Thermaltake website, where you can buy all of these products that I have been showing you today, and many, many more, because I only have a few. Alright, let's pretend I got those back in the box properly, and let's move on to the next. What's the next? We looked at the LED strip. Ah, yes. I already showed you guys these, but these I love. These I really love. The Thermaltake Ring Plus fans. I've been playing around with them. I haven't done a lot of testing yet. 16.8 million color. Really nice fan blade design. From turning them on, really quiet. The software is great. I used that at CES. Go buy them. That's all I can say. It's like $100 bucks or something for 3 fans. 110. Same price point as all the other manufacturers out there making the same fans. This isn't because Thermaltake gave me, this is because I've used all the other fans. I prefer these. Go and check them out for yourself. It's the best way to really get down. Alright, let's look at some other things here. Now we have some cool hardware that's been provided to us. First, we have, of course, want to thank all of our sponsors, of course. Thermaltake, ASUS Republic of Gamers, V-Color, they provided us with an M.2 SSD and also the RAM. Of course, Intel for providing us with the i7 7700K Beast. GeForce GTX 1070 Beast. Strix gaming graphics card. ASUS is a great manufacturer, and I'm actually really looking forward to using their products. I've been a big supporter of another motherboard manufacturer for a very long time, and I'm sure sold a lot of products for them, and I won't be using them anymore. So I'm looking for something new, and I'm either looking at ASUS or EVGA, MSI, somebody. Let me know what to use. So the first, we're going to look at this M.2 SSD. Nothing too fancy. 240 gig. It's got the little V-Color logos on here. I think this lights up. So we'll take a look at that once we get it installed. We have here, this is 2133 megahertz. These are 4 gig sticks. So this is a 16 gig kit of V-Color DDR4 RAM. Now, we can actually see it has a little heat spreader on one side of the RAM. I'm imagining by all these cutouts in here that this is going to all light up. I would think that that's going to all light up. It's got all these multicolor on the memory chips on the backside. And some people might say, oh my goodness, there's no heatsink on the backside. What are you going to do? Let's be real. 2133 megahertz DDR4, you could run it without a heatsink and it's not going to get hot. We're not trying to overclock the ridiculous crap out of this memory and make it unusable. This is just sponsored for the build. So I might take these heat sinks off if I can figure out how. It even looks like in the top of the memory stick here on the back side, it looks like this is going to be an LED strip that's going to light up that coincides with it on the other side. So I might try to figure out if I can pop this. Yeah, it feels like it's just glued on. Yeah, it's just glued on. So I might pop this little red cover off and paint that, because red's not going to go with my build. So there's our V-Color RAM. Of course, everybody knows what these look like. I'm going to do it anyway. Intel, of course, all the way. AMD, you know, Ryzen this, Ryzen that, yada yada. Where have you been for the last 8 years? And where were you before that? And where are you going to be? Until something's more proven, I've used AMD, I've used Intel, and I will continue to use Intel. So we see the nice 7700K chip there. Now, a lot of people get real concerned with this stuff. You know, let me put on a ground strap and, you know, ground myself and things like that. I'm not on carpet here. There's no static electricity. You know, I guess you could short something out, but I've never really handled anything any other way than I am right now, and I've never shorted out a processor or a memory stick or anything like that. So, to each their own. And don't do it my way and then say you shorted something out and I told you to do it. Take all your precautions that you need to. That's just from my experience. There's our i7 7700K from Intel. Here's our ASUS GeForce GTX 1070. Let's get this thing opened up. This has the Aura, it looks like, I believe. Aura RGB Gaming is what it says on the front. I believe that refers to our lighting on the card and how it's going to light up. As you can see, I just opened the seal on this card. I have not taken it out of the box. I have not looked at it. So let's be prepared for what's inside. That's really nice. ASUS, really nice box inside the box to protect the graphics card. The one thing that I'm going to say is the last Strix card that I had was the 980 Ti. No, 970 maybe. I don't remember. Something like that. 980. And I was like, man, this is a cool box for some accessories. And I opened it up and there was nothing inside. Like, that looks like a couple of cable combs. There's a little more in this one than there was in the last one. But it's like a, you know, a memory, or a memory. CD with the drivers and an instruction manual. Whoever looks at that stuff. I want some cool swag. I just spent, you know, $500, $400 on a graphics card. Where's the, you know, the ASUS Republic of Gamers sticker, the free t-shirt, you know, something. A surprise in every 100th package. Don't make me come up with all these ideas. Now look at this. That's beautiful. I like how they have the Republic of Gamers, the little eye there, the ASUS logo in the middle. The 3-fan design is really nice. Again, no testing has been done to any of these products. We're just taking a look at them for the first time here. It does include a nice back plate. I'm not sure I'm going to make a custom one because of the orientation of the graphics card in the build. I don't know that you'll see this anyway. This does light up here, so we have some cool effects with the RGB lighting, and I'm not sure what else is going to light up. I'm sure some stuff up here is going to light up, and I guess we'll have to wait and see for the rest. And just for you guys, oh yeah, gotta love it. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in the box. Looks really nice, really sturdy. The fan design, the cooler design itself, we can see our thermal pads making contact really nicely. Everything seems to be mounted nice. Of course, we have our sticker on our fourth fan, or our fourth screw here, so if we take that off, we're going to void our warranty, which I will be doing as soon as I receive the Waterblock. But it's really nice and sturdy. It's not flexing at all with any kind of movement, so thanks to the back plate, the heavy duty cooler on there, looks really nice card. Alright, let's put it back in the anti-static bag. Alright, and let's see if I can figure the puzzle out here. This goes under there, that goes there. Look at that. Got it all back together. And next, we're going to be taking a look at the motherboard, which is also provided by ASUS. Yes, that's how you pronounce it, ASUS. And this is the Maximus 9 code motherboard. This is the Z270 socket. Of course, Republic of Gamers, made to work with your AMD Crossfire, NVIDIA SLI, all of your Intel chips, of course, because this is the Z270 chipset. The ASUS Aura Sync, which I believe that's our RGB lighting, so we can kind of sync everything together. I haven't looked into that a whole lot yet, but of course I will. Nice on the back here, the choice of champions. On the bottom of the box here, coupon code, get 20% off Cable Mod cables with your purchase of an ASUS motherboard. Coupon code inside, so you guys can't steal it here. Little codes here to scan to go to your ASUS ROG Facebook and official site. A nice glossy image here of the motherboard. We can see the lighting here, so it gives us an idea of what it's going to look like once it's lit up. We have our integrated Wi-Fi, USB 3.1, 24 pin. I noticed our 10 pin USB 3.0 header for our front panel is inverted sideways, so it's at a 90-degree angle, so we'll be able to plug it in like this and hide it. You won't have this cable looping and coming up and plugging down into your motherboard and looking all ugly. Looks like our PCIe expansion slots have the metal shrouding around them to give them the extra durability and strength. And it also, of course, has the thermal armor on it. HD audio, wireless and Bluetooth, and pretty much anything else that you would need. It is an ATX motherboard, of course, which means it'll fit inside pretty much any case on the market unless it's made for an MATX or an MITX only. There's a little box. That's not how that's actually supposed to come out. That's just how I was able to grab it. That comes out of the top here before we talk about what's down inside there. This completely protects and encapsulates the motherboard. This piece of plastic comes in, covers over the top, so nothing's going to go down and hit and damage that motherboard. We take that off, and we have our nice motherboard in here. Fully protected by the cardboard shrouding. You can see our thermal armor, our metal around our PCIe expansion slots. Of course, our protection over our CPU socket for DIMM slots. CPU fans, we have an RGB module header up here. CPU fan, CPU header. Down here we have our HD audio, another CPU, another RGB. Front panel USB 2.0, another USB header, another fan header. Slow mode on and off switch, not sure what that is. Some other things over here, speakers in. But it looks like there's at least 2 RGB headers on the board, a couple more fan headers down here. That's really nice, USB 3.1 here. 6 SATA ports, our USB 3.0 front panel, and our 24 pin. Start and reset buttons, our LED indicator light to help us with troubleshooting or diagnostics should we have issues. Our back panel, 7.1 audio, optical out, LAN port, USB. This is our USB-C we have HDMI, DisplayPort connector, and more USB ports than we could probably ever use. We have the flash BIOS and the, I'm not sure if it's a reset or a clear CMOS button on the back, probably a clear CMOS. And then here is our Wi-Fi connector that we can plug our Wi-Fi into, should we choose to use those things. Of course, we'll have some lighting up here, and the Republic of Gamers logo will light up there. Quick overview. I'll go into it more once I get into it. But now let's look at some cool things inside the box here. So we have this nifty ASUS, the Choice of Champions coaster. Join the Republic. Scan your little QR code there. ASUS coaster paper. If you want to use it, you're probably going to ruin it. So just something that can sit on your desk and be cool. Here are some really nice stickers. We can see they're all cut out for you there. Bunch of different ASUS. Just kind of cool stuff. Just different, you know, funky stickers. Do not disturb. Passport. This looks like a credit card, you know. A couple of shields in here, a couple of little eyes. I'll probably put some of this stuff on the mod somewhere. Cool to include that kind of stuff. I really enjoy that, you know. It's not a big deal, but it gives somebody something cool to put on their rig. And then everywhere they're showing off their computer, guess what? Everybody's going to see those stickers. Inside here, we have our coupon code, some labels. We do have another case badge inside with our CD here. That's nice. This is a little bit more sturdy, almost feels a little metallic. Could be metal or just like plastic. And then of course our full manual, user guide. Let's see what we got under here. All of our cables. The not so fun stuff. CPU installation tool, for those that may need that. Our I/O shield, which is shielded here. Our Wi-Fi antenna. SLI bridges, other cables, screws for our M.2 SATA cables. These are, I would imagine, possibly for our RGB, a cable to plug into the board. Really, really nice setup. I dig it. So I want to thank ASUS for providing these products for this mod. Hopefully you guys will get to showcase these mods that we're working on. I like this too. Welcome to the Republic. I'm not sure if you can see that there, but when you open the box, it doesn't just open flat. It's got like this little card here to show off inside. And we'll get this back in here. Box closes down really nice. Nice products from ASUS. V-Color. Intel Core i7 7700K. And of course the GeForce GTX 1070. That about wraps it up for what I have going on. Not sure how many people watched. We'll get some people to watch the video later. And yeah, for now I'm going to sign off. Again, you all know who I am. I'll have to save up this video so I can post it elsewhere too. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Thanks for everybody who watches later. Watch the YouTube channel for the full build video logs and things like that. As far as everything else goes, mod on.